There were only homes that went pending last week. That's a major cool down. Are buyers hesitating, or is it just that mid-October settling in? Are you thinking about buying a home before the end of 2025? Well, if you are and you're looking on the central coast of California, you're going to want to hear this update. I'm going to go over all the new listings from the prior week, along with pendings closed, active, all the numbers you need to know whether you're looking to buy or sell here on the Central Coast. And I'll tell you what, those closed, we had a spike last update. This past 7 days, boy, did that tumble down. So I'm going to give you all that information in this video and more. Second half, we're going to go over those new listings. That went way up. So there are some options for you if you are a buyer. If we haven't already met, my name is Denise Dresbach. I'm a California licensed real estate agent. And let's take a look at these numbers. First things first, I mentioned mid-October. Today is October 13th, 2025, and we've got some rain coming, much needed rain coming our way. And I am located in Morro Bay. It's been sunny with that nice fall, beautiful weather and nice, crisp, cool mornings. So I'm ready for the rain. How about you? All right, so talking about San Luis Obispo County and the coastal regions, Morro Bay, Cambria, Cayucos, Los Osos, and then the southern like Pismo Beach, Avila, Oceano, Grover Beach, and Arroyo Grande. These are the numbers we're going to take a look at. And then in the second half, as I mentioned, I'm going to share my screen. And we're going to take a look at all those new listings that are out there and just get an idea. There was a lot of new listings this past 7 days. So we're going to get an idea of where they're at and how much things are and things like that. So that'll be in the second half. So real quick, we'll go over these numbers as we always do here on the Monday Market Snapshot. And if you're not subscribed, please do that now so you don't miss an update. I do this every week. So active number of coastal properties as of today, October 13th, 276. And that number has gone up our prior update 1 week ago, 262. There were 23 price changes in the last week. And actually, when I reported last week ago, there were 33. So you've got 33, there were 32 the week before, and then this prior 7 days, 23. So we've got those price changes kind of stacking up there. And for the new active and coming soon properties, this is the big one. I think 36 new properties available in the past 7 days. 6 of those are coming soon. So you still have time, even though it feels like the end of the year is just coming fast. You still have time here to find something if you want to buy before the end of the year. All right, so let's talk about those pending and under contract in the last 7 days. There were only 13 that went under contract or are pending status in the past 7 days, and that's pretty low compared to our prior updates. And I'm trying to look at my spreadsheet here, and I don't know that I've ever reported a 13. I see a 14. I started reporting these in March 2025. And yes, so last week was a slow week for pendings as well as closed. So prior update, I did mention that we had 31 in 1 week, and that was like a nice surge of closings. And then it kind of came down a little bit in the past 7 days to 16. So there were 16 closed. And so, you know what? You got a fresh new list of listings here on the Central Coast, and you've got some price changes and then some low closings and things like that. That feels like a good opportunity for buyers to me. What do you think? Are you interested in buying a home and you've been looking and you thought, you know what, we're coming up on mid-October. I've decided I'm just going to hold off. Unless I see something really exciting, I'm just going to wait till next year. Things are going to start happening, holidays and things like that, winter. So let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear where you're at on your buying process. If you decided to put it on hold, and same thing goes for selling. Are you thinking about selling and you're thinking, I'm going to wait till spring? So let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Let's look at cumulative days on market. So we've got a median days on market, 18. So there were, that's out of the 16 that closed. It took about 18 days for those to get under contract. And if I take a look back at those pending again, We're looking at, let's see, about 51 days for active under contract and 30 days for those that are currently pending. So you can see that maybe that number is going to kind of come up a little bit on our next update, and that will be next Monday. So other thing that went up a little bit, we've been under $1 million for the past couple of updates for the median price. And what I'm seeing here is $1,075,000 for our median price. So, hey, that's kind of a good sign for sellers too. That median price has crept up a little bit, and it has been fluctuating. Of course, we do this weekly, so you're going to see, very different things each week, but it's nice to follow along and see where that number lands. The lowest that I've reported in the past few months, it got down to 813,250. So we're just over $1 million now, 1,075,000 on that median, and that is just focusing on those 16 closed. So let's quickly go over those low county numbers. The entire county, we have 720 active properties for you to take a look at. And the price changes, that is very similar to our last update, 74 price changes. Majority of those are price reductions. And then one more set of data, canceled, expired, withdrawn, and hold, 27. So 10 of those were cancellations. The rest were mostly expired and then some withdraw and holds. So that is the little Monday Market Snapshot for you. And now we are going to take a look at the new listings, and I'm going to share my screen. All right, so let's get started. I have it zoomed way out, and I want to mention this link will be available in the description below, so you can access it if you want to take a look, take a closer look. If you want to see anything else, you want more links or alerts or anything like that, please don't hesitate to reach out. All my contact information is down below in the comments section, on the screen somewhere, and down in the description. And I'm happy to provide anything that you'd like. If you'd like to zero in on a certain location and you just want to see everything available, please do let me know. Okay, the other thing I need to mention is these are not my listings. This is a public link that I gathered from CRMLS, and these listings are from other brokerages and listing agents. They're not my listings. I am simply sharing this so you know what's new in the past 7 days and get an idea of how much stuff is and where you're located and that kind of stuff. So let's get started. We got past all that, and I'm going to zoom right up into Cambria. First things first. And up here in this neighborhood here, this is the Park Hill neighborhood, and you're near Moonstone Beach Park. Fiscalini's right over here, and you can see this location here. You're up at the top. So you go down this hill and you're at the beach. This property here is listed under $1 million, and it's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, just over $19.50 for square feet. And let's take a closer look at this one. So you've got a nice 2-car garage, looks like a flat driveway, and some nice front yard area hangout spots. So here's your location. You can see, as we saw on the map, this one does appear to be a single level home, which is lovely. And also it looks like it is move-in ready. That one's listed for $929,000 right there in Cambria. Okay, so now we're going to zoom out and go down this way on the other side of Fiscalini. And first, I'm going to take a look at this one over here. And this is kind of like the Marine Terrace area. By the way, if you are not familiar with the Cambria neighborhoods, I do have a series for Cambria, and I'll definitely link it here. So if you want to get familiar with the information there, you can. And if you ever have any questions, of course, please feel free to ask. This one is listed for 2.2. This is a, looks like we got multiple levels here. This is a newer home. And again, it's in Marine Terrace, built in 2005. And it's about $23.50 for square feet, it looks like. So you can see that it's got, looks like a 2-car garage. And this home is a newer, 2005 actually is 20 years ago, but hey, newer build compared to some. And it doesn't look like we have a whole lot of pictures here yet, but it does mention that it has 3 bedrooms, 4 bath. One of those is a half bath. And as you saw, the location for this one is right over here. So you're very close to coastal access as well as Fiscalini Ranch. Fiscalini Ranch has tons of trails, and look where you're located. You go right up the street to the trails and you're there. So that one there was listed for $2.2 million. That looks to be an active property right now. And now we're going to go up the hill a little bit here. I'm just going to back up some because there was another one right here. This one's under 600,000. So this looks to be a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, and it's about 480 square feet. And it's under $600,000. It looks like a cute little cabin here in Cambria. What a fun place. So Geranium Cottage, step back in time to 1930s log cabin. So this property is 1 bedroom, 1 full bath, and it does have a detached 1-car garage. And this one is under 600,000 at $595. So if you see in that location there, it's right up here in this neighborhood, very close to actually, Cambria nursery and things like that. So if we back up and go back down this way, we saw that one already, and I did see something over here for $3.2 million. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, so this is a 5-bedroom, 2-bath, and this one is located in a totally different location than we're used to seeing. 3.2 million, 5-bedroom, 2-bath, over 2,000 square feet. And it looks like you've got some privacy. So it does mention that it spans 34 or so acres. It includes 32 existing buildings and structures. And look at the list. So you've got a primary residence with 5 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms and so much more. That one's 3.2. So yeah, you're getting a whole bunch of land, and look, you're right there on the coast. Take a look at some of these photos. Wow, you're propped up on the top. So definitely looks like you've got your own little compound here for sure. If that looks interesting to you, reach out. I can send you more details. And that should do it for Cambria. Okay, so let's head down towards Cayucos and see what is available in Cayucos. 1.9, actually under 1.9. This one is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath. I see a 2-car garage. Looks like it's over 1,700, getting close to 1,800 square feet. And it does have 3 full baths. It's got some nice parking along with that 2-car garage and a hangout spot in front, move-in ready for sure. And it looks like you're going to have some nice views out of those beautiful windows there. This one's $1,875,000. Nice tall ceilings, beautiful kitchen, and that is located in Cayucos on the numbered streets. So you've got some nice wood accents and tall ceilings, lots of lights, and beautiful move-in ready home right there on the numbered streets. And if you take a look at this map, you can see here's the ocean and here are all the numbered streets. So you're very close to, you're close to, there's a park here, there's some coastal access up and down Pacific Avenue. So great location. And you've got 2 levels there, under $2 million, $1,875,000 in Cayucos. Okay, let's go on down the coast here. So here's this one for $825,000. This is in Morro Bay. So we're in North Morro Bay now, and it looks like this home has been freshened up. 3-bedroom, 1-bath, under 1,000 square feet, and it does look like it's had a little fresh up here. This does appear to have a 1-car garage, so that's lovely. And then you can see that there's some nice front hangout spot to your front door there. $825,000, totally move-in ready, it looks like. And this one is in North Morro Bay. So that's a nice one to take a look at if you're in that 800 range. And let's see, what do we have over here? This one is under $1 million as well. 3-bedroom, 3-bath. And I see another 2-car garage. $1,673 for the square feet on that one. And that's in the Harbor Tract neighborhood. I do have a Morro Bay series as well, and I'll link that to this video. We'll take a look at those photos. You got some nice sun coming in there, and wow, look at the beautiful views. You've got Morro Rock, you've got the ocean. I bet the sunset views out of here are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Under $980,000, 3-bedroom, 2 full bath, and then 1 half bath. So that's another move-in ready option with some views there in Morro Bay, or I should say here in Morro Bay, because that's where I'm located. Okay, so here's an interesting one. This one is located very close to downtown, very close to Embarcadero, and it is a duplex property with what seems to be some options. So this is a possible development property in downtown core of Morro Bay. You've got a vintage duplex. Pictures are coming in a little blurry on my side, but it's got a bunch of information here. So what you have is a 2-1 and a 1-1, both freestanding, and then there's a single car garages and development possibilities here that you definitely want to look into if you want to be in this location. This one's listed for $1,135,000, and it actually is a relist. This one has been listed prior to this past week. So $1,135,000, and you've got some opportunity here in downtown Morro Bay. All right, so let's zoom out, see what else we have. Nothing in the Morro Heights neighborhood, it looks like, in that past 7 days. There are definitely a few options, so let me know if you want to hear about those. But let's go to Los Osos next. So in Los Osos, let's start first with this $649,000 home. So this looks to be a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. We got 912 square feet, it says, and it's got, let's see, definitely looks like it's move-in ready. Some nice fresh updates throughout. And I love the skylights. Always love a nice bright skylight room. And looks like it's got some nice backyard, hangout spot. And so if you're looking for a cute little Los Osos bungalow here, this one's got natural light and it's $649,000. You don't get to see that too often, but it's showing you all the different locations in Los Osos. And let's take a look at the map really quick. So this one is located pretty close to Baywood Park. You can see Sweet Springs is here, this green section here. And I do have a Los Osos playlist as well. I'll link it to this video. You can check it out. I go over the neighborhoods and things like that. It's one of my newest playlists that I've been working on. All right. Now we are going to take a look at some of these other Los Osos homes. So over here is the Sunset Terrace neighborhood. You're very close to the golf course, which is right in here, coastal access for Monarch Butterfly Preserve. And so there's 2 homes, it looks like right now. This one is actually a relist, I believe. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, over 2,300 square feet. And you can see it's very close to the golf course, just a couple homes from the end here. And then, of course, there's the coastal access there as well. You got this lovely 2-car garage, plenty of parking on that driveway, and you can see the water from your front yard. And this property is now totally cleaned out. And you can even see from your living room, you got some water views. There's Morro Bay over there, and then, of course, the golf course. And I have toured this property. When I toured it, it had all of the owner's things in it. Looks like it's cleaned out. So blank slate, ready to go in there and check out this beautiful home, $1,129,000, 3-bedroom, 2 full bath. And it's got a great big kitchen there and, you know, ready for you if you're looking for some space. Nice sunroom in the back for those cold, foggy days. But that's $1,129,000. We'll take a look at that other one up the street here. So this one I believe we discussed last week, but it was a coming soon. But it is 1.1 as well. And actually, let's take a look at the closer. Yeah, 1.1. So 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's got a full bath and then a 3/4. You're over 2,000 square feet. This one backs up to, looks like the golf course is here, as well as here's where the, up to the left corner, there is the Monarch Preserve. So you can just walk through there every day if you want to. You can get to the sand spit from there. You can also, of course, get to the golf course on the other end there, very close. And it's got a nice hangout spot here, protected, tall ceilings, totally move-in ready. And it's got a little loft space up there too. I do believe this home is mostly single level and just the loft space up there. But it is over 2,000 square feet there. So you've got nice privacy, great location, and then it's got the 20 by 23 square foot loft with built-in seating, views, skylight, and so on and so on and so on. So got 2 options there in Sunset Terrace, Los Osos, and they're both around 1.1. And then if we back up a little bit here and go into this neighborhood, let's first check out Cabrillo Heights. So this is a new one here, and it's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,900 square feet. So let's take a closer look at that one, and it is 2,900 square feet, 3-bedroom, 4-bath home, and it's on a 1/4-acre lot. So you definitely have plenty of parking, it appears, and a couple of garages. So you've got 180-degree views of the Back Bay, Morro Rock, and Pacific Ocean. Check that out. Wow. Now those are some wow views, and you're not going to miss the sunset out of this deck view here at all. Wow, wow, wow. Plenty of parking, as I mentioned. You got those garages and just windows to take in those views. I got to check this one out. 1,775,000. Okay, that's Cabrillo Estates. That's up there on the hill, obviously. And then if we head down the hill, closer to Los Osos Valley Road here, there's 2 options under $1 million. First, I see one here for $975,000, and it looks like this one is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, over almost 1,700 square feet, 1,673. You've got some, again, nice parking in this one, and 2-car garage, it looks like. Tall ceilings again, and it's letting in that light, beautiful sun coming in there. And under $1 million, you got a really nice backyard hangout spot there. Great spot for the dogs and all that. And this one, $975,000 in Los Osos. And then let's check out that other one. So the other one is under $800,000, and this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. This one's just over 1,000 at 1,056 square feet. And if we take a closer look at that, let me check my microphone. Yes, good. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. So you got 1 full, 1 half. Always nice to have 2 bathrooms. Over 1,000 square feet. You got a 1-car garage, it appears, and it definitely has some space to hang out in the front or backyard. Looks like a nice blank slate for you to come in and put your own spin on things. And that one's under $800,000. Great, great price for a property here in Los Osos. And if you know where this location is, you're going to be close to Nursery. You're going to be close to the bay, of course. You can get over to all the lovely coastal accesses this way past Los Osos Valley Road. Okay, so is that it for Los Osos? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in Los Osos. Let's zoom out, head down the coast towards Avila. I did see one in Avila, so we're going to check that out. And it looks like, okay, there's one in Avila here. Coming soon, October 16th. So in 3 days, we can schedule to tour this home, but it is currently listed $1,480,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath. Looks like it's on a bit of a hill there, but it looks new-ish. Let's take a look at this. Primary bedroom on the main level, tucked away in an exclusive gated community of San Luis Bay Estates, California. Private gated community in beautiful Avila Beach. So if you've been looking for something in Avila, here is a nice option for you. Over 2,100 square feet. Definitely looks like it's move-in ready. The landscaping even is ready for you. And a beautiful home, more tall ceilings and sun coming in there. And that one under 1.5. Okay, so we can see it's up here in this location, and then you just go down to the beach. Nice location. All right, so heading down this way, we're going towards Pismo. So I see in this location here, actually on the ocean side of 101, there's a couple of properties. So I see a townhouse under 1.5. That's a 2-bedroom, 3-bath, just over 1,700 square feet. And then there's another condo for $1,149,000. This is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. It's actually open this week. And if we take a closer look at this condo, this one is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, over 1,000 square feet. We've already mentioned that. And it is a elegant luxury condominium located within the renowned Dolphin Bay Resort. So you're perched atop the scenic bluffs, and it definitely is ready for you to move right in and enjoy Pismo Beach. Beautiful, beautiful views. Okay, so let's check out this one on the other side of Highway 1. This is a home that's listed under $2.5 million, 3-bedroom, 4-bath, This one is almost 2,500 square feet. And I do believe we took a look at this one recently. Barcelona Point in Shell, Pismo Beach, newly completed, newly irresistible. I love it. Okay, so it's got a garage, and yes, we totally saw this one, but look at the sun coming into this new home, just under 2.5 million, built in 2025, and it's got some outdoor locations. It's open to the living, and real nice property there in Pismo. Looks like you got some great views as well. So let's move on down this way towards Pismo Heights. Here's one for 1.8. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, over 2,000 square feet. And it looks like it's almost 2,100 square feet. It's got panoramic ocean and canyon views in Pismo Heights, 2 separate living areas. Okay, now you've got my interest. I always love a good house hacking opportunity. So if you don't know what house hacking is, this is where you have a home, you live in one portion, and you rent out the other to, fill the bills in. I'm actually working on something like that myself, where, we have some extra space, and we've been working hard on getting it ready for someone to rent out, furnished. So it looks like we have a nice entry, and holy Toledo, check out those views. 1.8, 2 living spaces, and some fabulous views there in Pismo. So if you've been looking for something like this, here is an opportunity to help with those expenses. I'm trying to get to the other unit as well. And if we take a look at some of the information here, it says it's flexible floor plan. So 2 separate living, each with their own balcony and deck access. Multi-generational living, rent the downstairs, which has a separate entry for longer term rental. So yeah, definitely some options here. So you can buy that $1.8 million home in Pismo and supplement some of your income there by renting out the lower portion. Cool. All right, so let's head down this way. We've got another one for 1.8. 1,824,000. This is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, over 2,000 square feet. And this one is 2 full and 1 half. You've got some nice stairs up to a little hangout spot I see back there. And gorgeous ocean views in sought after Las Ventanas del Mar in Pismo Heights. So check out this little, it looks like a gas fireplace. And you sit here and check out the views. I bet the sunset is beautiful from there. So you got some other locations out on the deck there, and definitely move-in ready. It mentions that it's got some valuable upgrades, including solar window glass, owned Tesla solar power system, backup battery, and you got split level floor. And look at those beautiful, beautiful views right out your property. 1,824,000. Okay, so scooch on down over here. This one is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, Pismo Beach. I see multiple garages. This one appears to be over 2,700 square feet. And it says perched above the coastline in sought after Cerro Robles community. Single level executive home. You've got, looks like a 2-car and a 1-car there, and plenty of driveway space. You're propped up on the hill, and hello, sunset views. Gorgeous. Definitely move-in ready with views included, under $2 million in Pismo Beach. Okay, so let's go on down this way, and I see something under 900,000. Grover Beach. You got a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, over 1,600 square feet, and it looks like it's on a corner lot. That's always nice. You want a little extra space or privacy. And definitely a move-in ready, sunny home, under $880,000 there in Grover Beach. And it does say single story home in one of the most sought after neighborhoods, corner of Ocean View and Second. So step inside bright, spacious living area. $879,000. Okay, so now we're really getting into the thick of things here. Let's first focus on this little patch in Grover Beach, and we're just kind of go over these things quickly. 565, 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 701 square feet for a condo there in Grover Beach, and that looks to be kind of a newer build. And then there's another for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. That's another condo, and that looks like that same location. That one is listed for $855. So you can go $565 for the 1-bedroom or $855 if you want to get a 2-bedroom. Up the road here, I see a single family residence, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, over 1,800 square feet. That one's over $1 million. And so you can go condo, brand new, or $1 million single family right up the road. And then over here in this cluster, I see a couple for 1.4. It's a coming soon, October 15th, both of these. So let's take a look and see what these are. This appears to be somewhat of a new luxury finish, panoramic ocean views, take center stage in this brand new North Grover residence. So $1,449,000, you get brand new residence. This one's 4-bedroom, 2 full bath, 1 half bath. Looks like you got low maintenance landscape. And is that a rooftop deck? It is. So you get a rooftop deck and all brand new. This one is built in 2025. So I would assume that other one is very similar since they're listed very close in price. This one's 1,449 and this one's just under 1.4. But again, these are built in 2025, it looks like. So this one's 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and that's rooftop deck as well. All right. So awesome. Okay, so now just down the road here, we've got, let's see, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,700 square feet, 1.5. We're still in Grover Beach. There's a lot of new properties down there. And this one is 2 homes on a 10,600 square foot R3 corner ocean view lot. So you've got some nice possibilities here. Another house hacking opportunity. So check it out, 1.5 there in Grover Beach. And we're going to zoom out and come on down this way a little bit. See what we got here in Oceano. 5-bedroom, 4-bath, under $900,000. That one is over 2,200 square feet. We did talk about this, might have been a coming soon when we talked about it before. But this is 5-bedroom, 4-bath. But what it is the main home is 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Then you have an upstairs junior ADU. And then you have a detached 1-bedroom, 1-bath ADU. So definitely another house hack opportunity, or maybe you just want to cram your entire family into one property. $899,000, and definitely a move-in ready property there with some nice, bright windows there to bring in that natural light. So that's a cool opportunity there in Oceano. And then here's another one in Oceano. This is a coming soon October 14th, so tomorrow. And depending on when you're watching this, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. This one is about 1,300, just over 1,300 square feet. And it's listed for $725,000. So you can get 3-bedroom, 2-bath for $725,000 over here in Oceano. You got a yard space and access from the living room. Definitely looks like you can move in, and nice little cozy kitchen here. Coming soon, October 14th. All right, so I'm going to scooch on down the coast here just to make sure we got anything over on this end. And let's take a look at Arroyo Grande now. So Arroyo Grande, typically there are a lot of properties available, and we are seeing these are all on this side of 101, it looks like. So the village is located right here, and we're going to start here. This is the closest one. This is a mixed-use property for $618,000. And then there's another property here that's $575,000. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, under 1,000 square feet. And we're going to take a look at that one because $575,000 for a single family residence, not something you see very often. And that's in Arroyo Grande. So this is in a desirable neighborhood, it says, and it's well maintained. Looks like you've got a garage. Oh yeah, it looks move-in ready. It's got some updates even. And you're located close to shops, schools, parks, all that good stuff. 2 comfortable bedrooms and a bathroom, plenty of room for rest, privacy, and so on. So here's a great option. And I think this, when I see something like this that looks ready to go under $600,000, you got to think that's going to go pretty quickly, right? Even have some outdoor space to hang out, and it's ready for you. Look at that. Okay, so Oceano, $575,000. I'm sorry, Arroyo Grande, not Oceano. $575,000 there. Okay, so 1.4. This is $1,350,000 coming soon, October 14th. Another one in Arroyo Grande, 4-bedroom, 3-bath. Looks like they got a 2-car garage and plenty of parking. We can take a closer look at that one if you like. So if we see here, this is situated on a generous a third of an acre. Very nice. And it's got some nice tile work and some updates in here. Definitely a move-in ready type of property. And again, over 2,000 square feet, 1,350,000. We can check that out tomorrow, October 14th. And I'm totally going to lose my place, so bear with me. 899, under 900,000, another in Arroyo Grande, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. This one is 1350. And if we take a look at this closer, you got 2 full bath. Looks like there's a 2-car garage and nice low maintenance landscaping ready for you to move in there. 2-car garage, nice parking. It's got some wallpaper on the wall. That's cute. And hardwood floors. And then, oh, you got to love a cozy bench in the kitchen. So the dining kitchen combo, great way to just hang out with everybody, make some yummy food, and your dining experience, kitchen experience is mixed right next to each other. Under 900,000, beautiful little home there in Arroyo Grande. And then let's take a look at this 480 condominium, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, under 500,000. Another number we don't see very often when we're looking at properties on the Central Coast. So 2-bedroom, 2 full bath, almost 1,100 square feet, and it's an end unit condo in a central Arroyo Grande location. And so it does say it has some nice natural light and it's multiple levels and it's got some nice carpet in there. And this looks like you could move right in for $480,000. How nice. And then just down the road here, coming soon, October 17th, 1,050,000, 4-bedroom, 2-bath. And it looks like this one is over 2,100 square feet. And it's got a nice big driveway, it looks like, some good parking, and looks like it's got some views as well. Beautiful. Lots of windows to take in those views. You got carpet up here and a nice kitchen off of the living. Again, dining, living, kitchen, sort of open space there. Coming soon, October 17th in AG. And I think that about covers that location. Let's go check out these over here. Already checked that one out. I think we might have looked at everything. And again, this link is provided in the description below. So if you want to take another look. Well, that was a lot of listings, 36 new in the past 7 days. So there are a lot of options out there for you if you're looking on the Central Coast of California. And don't forget to reach out if you have any questions, whether it be simple or complicated. I am waiting for your call, text, or email. All that information, description, comments, pinned on the screen somewhere, I'm ready for you. So if you're not working with an agent, I'd love to work with you. Now, I hope you are subscribed, and I hope to see you on the next one.